NFT 2025 Regulation G. We got the same contrary team as we did the other day. Actually, we don't have the same contrary team. This is an older version of the team because I have Zapdos on it. Zapdos is going to do a similar thing to what Electivire was doing. Yeah, just going to be able to click that Eerie Impulse. If you watch the channel for a while, you know that when it comes to singles, I have a fascination and affinity for Zapdos. And so just being able to use it here would, I think, be very helpful. But looking at my opponent's team, it's a team of the usual tough customers, including Clefairy. Clefairy is considered a tough customer. I see Clefairy a lot. You know, I see it often. You know, follow me, after you, all those different tricks of things that it does. I'm sick of all of it. But it's a strategy and people are employing it, and I get duped by it. It's just, you know, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to start complaining. Let's get into the battle. Stinky of D versus Shabibi. So you're going to lead Urshifu and Clefairy. Of course you are. I was just ranting and raving about it, but I stopped myself. Bisharp's going to come out. I'm going to go Dragon type, thinking that you're going to do that. I really want to set up the Trick Room here, I feel like. So I'm going to do Metal Sound into Trick Room. Perfect. Incineroar is going to come out, and Defiant is going to happen. And so your Intimidate is actually helpful to me. This is one of the ways that I reap back value for playing Pokemon that aren't quite up to snuff, but also it serves my strategy, right? Look at Malamar now. We're at turn 3. I'm +1 defense, +2 special attack, +3 special defense, or ×3, all that stuff. You see the stats on the screen. I'm sorry. So Superpower is going to come out and take out Incineroar is the long and short of it, and it's going to boost my stats even higher. Urshifu is going to come out and click Close Combat on the Bisharp, but that doesn't really matter to me. What really matters to me is taking out this Calyrex. I feel very passionate about taking out Calyrex before Trick Room ends, but Serperior is going to come out, and what's interesting here is that Serperior actually outspeeds Calyrex outside of Trick Room now that the room service went into effect. And so being able to get this substitute off basically gives me the game. I'm confirmed to win right now. I'm going to click Leaf Storm on this Clefairy, and my stats are getting through the roof. I'm going to knock off to get the Eviolite off, and now you have a catch-22, especially when you do something like click Helping Hand, because now you're giving up your turn to do one move to one of my boosted guys. Superpower is going to come out, take out the Urshifu. Serperior is still sitting behind a substitute, which means it's now Calyrex time, and you have ran out of options. You're going to do your thing. You're going to click Follow Me, but Serperior outspeeds, so it's going to take out the Clefairy. Astral Barrage is going to come out. Malamar is Dark type, so it's going to do okay damage because it's also Psychic, but I'm ×3 special defense thanks to Metal Sound. So I'm going to take you out there. Superior's going to get the boost. We're going to take you out. This is probably my best game so far. Just everything working, the room service. Both of these guys are boosted. I like the way that this game went. I like it so much. We're going to jump into another match. All right, so it's actually interesting what's going on here. We're going like back in the past almost as far as these we're going back in the past as far as these matchups go, because this one is really far back because I have the I can't even pronounce without being the Fezandipity. Toxic Chain was interesting to me. I love poisoning my opponent. It's just not as potent as it is in singles, and it would go up. There are certain strategies that take place in doubles that don't take place in singles. There are certain strategies that take place in singles that don't in doubles. I think that there's differences between the two. For example, the Rocky Helmet feels a lot more potent. Zapdos Static Rocky Helmet feels a lot more potent in singles, where Clefairy with, you know, I'm gonna give a bad example here, but After You and all that stuff like that, you know, people had like their level 1 Rattatas and stuff like that, but it gets taken out pretty quickly, or you're able to maneuver around it with your 6 guys as long as you're able to outplay your opponent in that way. I also miss playing Mega Evolutions, so this is a lot of like, you know, I don't mean to be like sad boy MD or anything like that, but I'm a singles player and I gotta play singles. I'm getting the itch. I'm getting the itch to play Iron Hands or something like that, and there we go. I've said the name, so next video you're probably gonna see our boy, Iron Hands back in action or something like that. I mean, I'm rambling now. Let's get into it. It's been a long day. and a long week. So Stinky MD versus It Timboy 02. Yeah, it is very late. I'm quite delirious, but I'm having a good time. Fortress is going to come out. Malamar is going to come out. Again, I don't want to lead both my contrary users. Fortress has the ability to click Bulldoze, which will boost Malamar's speed. It's just being able to read the game, depending on how it's going to go. You're going to set up Trick Room, which tells me that your team is slower than mine, but I didn't need that. I had the team preview. At least these two are going to be slower. So Hydra's actually very scary right now, this Hydrapple I'm looking at. At least I think that's a Hydrapple. Draco Meteor is going to come out. I totally read that, so good play by me, just switching into Hatterene right there. I'm going to set up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes just to be able to do some damage. I also don't want to click Bulldoze right now because that's just going to hurt myself, and I don't want to do that. I also don't want to lower your speed in Trick Room because that'll make you move. That'll give you more priority. Trick Room has 1 turn left, so I'm going to Bulldoze now. I'm going to be able to boost my speed, and Hydra is looking funny. Okay, dude. Yeah, funny, like it's going to take out my other thing, my superior. And so now I'm curious about how I win this game, but it's really going to be Malamar, right? I mean, do I win this game? Honestly, I feel like I'm losing. I'm hitting the red alert button. I feel like I am losing this. Okay, a miss happened. Misses happen. That's what happens. So I'm going to boost my speed. I'm going to lower Necrozma's speed. Hydra's still alive, which is bugging me. I feel like I'm going to get taken out. So I'm going to click knockoff on the Necrozma. You're going to Dragon Dance. I hope I click... Oh, man. I was hoping I click Bulldoze again, just, personally, because now the Dragon Ball comes out, and I don't know how I feel about all of my circumstances. I mean, how do you take out the Fortress is my question, I suppose, because Photon Geyser is going to come out and take out Malamar. It terrestrialized into fighting and wasn't able to take out Necrozma, so this is what we're sitting with. Okay, so you're poisoned, but you mixed the Thunder Wave. I don't know why you were Thunder Wave. Just do damage and win the game, bro. But I'm going to click Bulldoze and do that damage there. And so now it's a standoff Fortress versus Necrozma. I mean, look, Fortress took out Rayquaza, so it can take out Necrozma. I feel like there's a bar there, but it's really just to say, like, Fortress is a legend, okay? If anybody was saying, like, oh, why did you bring Fortress? I mean, even me, I was beginning to question, why did I bring Fortress? But this is why. Fortress took out Necrozma. Fortress took out Rayquaza. All right. I have one more game recorded. I feel like this was going to be way back in the past. I mean, I recorded all this stuff today. I've been playing like for all afternoon essentially, and it's late at night. I'm deciding to record some of these videos. I digress again, like always, like I'm doing a bunch right now. Let's do one more. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. Let's do one more match. And the screen goes black, so maybe we won't do it. And we're back. And I recorded this one already. Okay, so there's actually nothing left to record from my understanding. That's the end of that, but Fortress did a pretty good job of coming up clutch, I suppose. And when you're like in school and you're thinking of a way to end a speech and you're just you don't want to say "and yeah," or you don't want to end your sentence in so I was just pausing for silence, but I have a feeling in like radio and audio and things that I'm doing like this right now, it's probably worse to do that. So I think I'll just end the video there and start the outro. That's part of the reason why I developed the outro, so that I don't end the thing on like, so yeah, and then the video just turns off, right? So with that being said, GG's to the opponents. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, subscribing, commenting. All that stuff is encouraging. It's the reinforcement I need to keep going. This is the longest the channel has been alive, and I've been consistently trying to post on it. I know I haven't been posting as much as I did in like the late fall, which is almost like every day. So, if I don't be consistent with it, then channel growth isn't going to happen. That's just the consequences of things, and I understand that. I'd like to say I'm working on it. In my mind, I'm working on it. Right? It's the mental preparation for the actualization. Or it could just be a bunch of excuses that I'm just being lazy. But yeah, I have a lot of things going on. I don't want to say that to me like, oh, all dark times or anything like that. No, it's a lot of good things. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate. But yeah, I don't know where I was in the outro. GG's to the opponents. Thank you for watching. Oh, that's where I was. Right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all that stuff. It is very encouraging. Really appreciate it. This video does not seem to want to end. I don't really think I have anything left to say. So yeah.